Okay, are we looking at the board? Now, I have a lovely little diagram. Okay, not everyone is looking at the board. If you are not doing the right thing, I'm going to ask you to look at the board so I can give you some difficult examples of this. We are going to be following the paths of the vectors. Now, remember, we said the other day that we're only allowed to follow the arrows in the direction that they go, and we must use the properties that we know of the shapes. So that means O to A. So I can also write like this. O to A is A, and O to C is C, which means what's A to O? What's A to O? Negative A, right? Because I'm going against the arrow. So C to O is negative C, right? So whatever I'm doing, I have to follow the paths. And if I'm going backwards, they're negative. So let's look at a couple of different things we could do. If I would like to go from O to B, I'm not allowed to take this path. It's not marked. I don't know anything about it. So unless a path is marked, you are not allowed to take it. All right, I just need to double check I haven't missed any information. I have. Where am I? Okay, so that is some very important information. I would like to find O to B. All right, so using the information that I have, I am now just going to write this piece of information in. They told me that C to B is 2A, right? So that means it's going in this direction, and it is 2 lots of A. So what I am being asked to do is go from O to B, but I'm not allowed to take this path. I am allowed to take this path and this path and this path. I'm not allowed to take this path. I don't know anything about it. So I'm going to follow this line here. Yeah. Why is this? Because these are not equal lines, right? This is not a trapezium. It's not that I've drawn it badly. They're not actually equal. Yeah. So I'm allowed to go this way, O to C, which is C. I'm going in the right direction. And I'm allowed to go this way from C to B, which is 2A. So O to B follows this path, and so it's C plus 2A. Are you with me?
Yes. If there was a arrow in A to B, and if we went that way, how do we know which O to B is?
Do you mean whether to go that way or this way?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You have to take the shortest route, but if it's the same, you can do either. Yeah. Yeah.
If it's not C and if it's A, can I just do A plus 2B and 3?
Say that again.
If that was A and not C.
Yeah.
then
It would just
say
be 3A. Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Okay. What I'm going to do this time is go from B to A. Now, the problem with going from B to A is I'm not allowed to take this path. I don't know anything about it. Actually, I'm going to pick a different color just so I can mark bits. That's going to be easier. All right. This time I'm going to go from B to A. I'm not allowed to use this line. So I annoyingly need to go all the way around the shape in this direction, right? Because these are the lines that I do know. So I'm going to take this path in this direction, which is negative 2A. I'm going to take this path in this direction, which is minus C, and I'm going to take this. Oh, no, this one's plus A, right? I'm going in the right direction for this one. Okay, let's look at an example that's a bit trickier. Am I going to be able to see this one? I would like to go from O to X. Can you see that? Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, I want to go from O to X, which means I want to go here, but I'm not allowed to go here, right? I'm not allowed to use this line. But I've been told some helpful information over here that this is 1 part to this 2 parts. So this is 1/3 and this is 2/3 of this length, whatever that length happens to be. Now, we have already worked out OB. We can already get from O to B. correct? It's C plus 2A. But I only want 1/3 of that length. Right? So actually, I'm going to multiply this by 1/3 because I know OB and I know that this bit is 1/3 and this bit is 2/3. So what I'm going to do is expand these brackets. So I have 1/3 C plus 2/3 A. And that is the length of OX. So even though we're not allowed to take this path, we know how to get from O to B, and we know that this is 1/3 of the size of the whole line. Yeah?
Does that mean C plus 2A is? Oh,
Does that mean, yes, C plus, wait, does that mean C plus OA is OB? Yes. Right? That's what we said over here. OB is C plus 2A. We went from here to here. C to A. We just add them together.
So it's triangle. No, oh yeah, it's not.
I mean, it's a triangle, but it's a scalene triangle, right? Okay, what I'm going to do now is BX. So again, this is going to be weird. We want to go from B to X, but we're not allowed to take this route. So what I need to do is find B to O, and it's 2/3 of that length,
Wow.
right? So I already know B to O is this way, right? I'm going this way and this way. So I've got negative 2A, this direction, minus C in that direction, and I want 2/3 of that length. So that is negative 4/3 A minus 2/3 C, if I open up my brackets. So this is tricky, okay? Vectors is hard. The stuff we did yesterday was all right, but this stuff gets kind of tricky. It really is just about knowing how to only use the bits that are labeled. Don't make up anything new. Travel the shortest distance. Going with the arrows is positive, against the arrows is negative. Okay? All right, let's have a go. We're on lesson, what are we on? Lesson 4 today?